Martin Heidegger was born in the fall of 1889 in small-town Germany. He spent most of his days in a cabin away from modern society. He grew up hating pop culture and wanting an escape. Heidegger was a student of Edmund Husserl and with his guidance was able to publish many great works, such as Being and Time. Heidegger formulated many ideas about our existence over his lifetime. He thought that the modernized society was superficial, and he tried not to get caught up in the chatter of it, as he called. He believed that society suffered three diseases of the soul. First, we had forgotten the fact that we are alive. We have failed to realize our existence and have not asked the hard questions of life, such as why are we here, not there, or what does this mean? Second, we had forgotten that all beings are connected. This tree, that bird, and you are all connected by the simple fact that we are all in existence right now. Third, we have forgotten to be free in our lives and do things for ourselves. Heidegger thinks that we are thrown in our lives here on earth, that when we are born, we are not yet aware of our existence. He believed that our existence, which is being born, comes before our essence, which is our ability to be an individual. Pretty much what Heidegger is saying here is that after we are born or thrown into our lives, we have to learn how to become ourselves. Heidegger believed in authenticity, and if you were able to escape all society's diseases of the soul, you could live an authentic life. Authenticity is one of the 5 classes of being that Heidegger discusses. Being is simply the fact of being alive or existing. These 5 classes are authenticity, being true to yourself and choosing what's best for you, inauthenticity, preoccupation with things like business, everydayness, monotony in your life, averageness, which is your lack of motivation to achieve, and publicness, which is when you only care about what the public thinks of you. For an analogy to make this easier to understand, I'm going to use the show New Girl. I think that somebody who perfectly embodies authenticity is Jessica Day. She is true to herself, even when it is not popular, and she has great achievement in her life. Someone who is inauthentic is Schmidt. Inauthenticity results from business, excitement, or preoccupation. An inauthentic life works to fit definitions of others and not always yourself. Schmidt is constantly trying to fit the definitions of others, and he is always working. Schmidt only concerns himself with working, and not necessarily bettering himself. This is what makes him an inauthentic being. Winston embodies everydayness. Everydayness is monotonous, and when a being does not make choices or changes to their own life, but they still have unique qualities. Winston embodies this because he doesn't strive for anything much, and he is just content hanging out with his cat Ferguson. He does not attempt to make himself the best version, but he still is able to have a job and achieve some. Nick is a perfect example of averageness because he is lazy and has no motivation. He doesn't achieve much and just hangs around the loft pretty much all of his days. Lastly, I think publicness can be shown by Cece. Publicness is a complete loss of their self for public image. They conform to society. She shows this because her job itself is conformism, and she also is very preoccupied with the way she looks and how the public perceives her. Overall, Heidegger believed that to be authentic, you had to become aware of our thrownness of our life, avoid the nothing, which is the opposite of being, and escape the chatter of everyday society.